Hi there, this is a short video about getting Eclipse set up on Windows to allow you to debug your Joomla PHP code. Now, if you do get stuck, there are some sites here on the Joomla docs, but hopefully this video should help you a bit. I'm assuming that you've got something like WAMP already installed and that you've got some version of Eclipse already loaded on your machine. If you haven't got either of those, there are plenty of videos showing you how to get those installed. So because PHP runs on the server, you'll need to run a debugger there. And if you type in something like PHP XDebug, you'll get to this page here, xdebug.org.wizard, and this is going to help you setting up XDebug on the server, and it tells you to paste the output of PHP info into this page here. So here's my setup here. I've got WAMP set up, I've got a www.php, and I've just got index.php there, and all that is it's going to output PHP info. So whenever I go to localhost, and it's going to be PHP index.php, it's going to output me all of that there. And I could do a Control-A and Control-C to copy that, and then Control-V to put it into there, and that will then analyze my PHP info. And I'm already running the latest XDebug version, but this will really help you. It'll tell you what file to download, it'll tell you where to put it and everything, and let's restart the web server. So that should really make it easy to actually get XDebug up and running on the server. The next thing you've got to do is you have to get your Eclipse set up with PHP. So if you put in Eclipse PHP into Google, for example, you'll get to this site here, PHP Development Tools, and this is what you want. And if you go down here, you'll see Updating Existing Eclipse. Click Help, Install New Software, and work with that. So I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to Help and Install New Software. And I'm going to work with that. So I'm going to select all and click Next. Now this will probably take a bit of time, so I'll probably stop this video and then restart it whenever it's completed. Hi, well that did take a bit of time, and it put out a message, cannot perform operation, computing alternate solutions may take a while, and then it's come back with this saying that some of these things will be installed and some of them won't be installed. And I'm not sure whether this is because I had PDT originally installed and I deinstalled it prior to showing this video. So we'll just click Next and see how that goes. And once you've got your PHP installed on Eclipse, you'll want to be bringing in the Joomla directory in as a project. We've got two Joomla directories. One is the directory which I've got for code, so I develop the code here and then install it, and once it's installed it goes into this kind of live directory with everything else. And if we're doing debugging, this is the directory which I want to install. So if you're doing code development, I'm not really going to cover that in this video. So this is the project directory that we want to include in under Eclipse. So if we go back to Eclipse and do File, New, and PHP Project, then create project at existing location and browse there, and we want to go down to where our Joomla kind of live directory is, which for me is down here, and this is the Hello World tutorial on the Joomla site. I'm just going to call that hello world, and then click, that's more. So this again might take a bit of time, so I might stop the video here. Okay, so once you've got your project directory included, you need to set up your debug configuration. So if you click on this wee arrow beside this bug symbol and click on debug configurations, and it's a PHP web application, and it says press the new button, that's up here for a new configuration. So we're going to call one hello world site, and we're going to browse for the index file that's going to run, and it's this one here. And we're going to click on OK, and then we'll try debugging that. Okay, now this is automatically gone into the debug perspective, but it doesn't. If it doesn't do that, just click on debug there, and it's automatically stopped at the first line of that index.php. So you can go back and set up your own breakpoints. For example, if I want to set up breakpoint on my hello world file, I can go to hello-world.php and just double click, say something there, and then when I click on this, this is still the site index.php file. And this is my hello world file. So if I click on something like hello world here and resume, and now it's stopped in my hello world file, so I can do step through it. I can look at the controller, look at the variables that are set. Okay, I can stop that. And then I can go back, and then I can set up the other debug configuration for the admin. So go back here again, click on new, and click on hello world admin, we'll call that. And we'll browse, and this time we're going to be running the administrator index.php file, and we'll debug there. So now it's running the admin side of things, and again I can go to my code and I can go to the administrator components and hello world.php, and it's my hello world code. I'll just set a breakpoint in there, go back to debug. I probably need to hit resume a few times. Log in. And there it's showing my admin menus and all. And if I click on components hello world, it's going to run the main file again, but at some point it's going to stop in my hello world.php, and again I can click through that and look at the variables that are set up. It's the HTML document. Okay, so that's about it. That enables you to debug your code. Thanks for watching.